Alright, so our objective for today's lesson on area is objective. Students will be able to recognize area as an attribute to figures and understand as well as perform concepts of area. So to begin this lesson, we're going to start with an interactive story problem. This allows the students to get involved with the story problem by picking different settings, characters, and how the problem evolves. So this would work. So we need, for instance, a setting. So you're going to be asking your students to give them a setting. For this example, we're going to say that Sally gave us a setting of a farm. So now we need a character. And Josh gave us Farmer Dave. Alright, we also need 2 animals to go on our farm. So Callie gave us pigs, and Josh also said he wanted to include goats in the problem. From this, we allow the students to get involved in the problem so they're more interactive with it and they feel like they created it themselves. So from here, we're going to create our problem. Farmer Dave is going to have a new litter of piglets. He needs to know how big the space is of the area, how big the space of the pig and goat pen is. To do this, he will need to find a measurement called area. Farmer Dave's pig pen is 5 feet in length and 6 feet in width. How do we find the area of the pig pen to see how many piglets will fit inside the pen? So, to begin with this is our introductory problem. And today we are going to teach the students how to be performing area measurements. So, first we need to review some concepts. The concepts that we're going to review starts with area. So area is the number of 1x1 squares that covers a region. We also have length is the horizontal measurement of a figure, as well as width, which is the vertical measurement of a figure. So on this below, we have width right here, as well as length right here. Width times length gives us area, so the number of square units inside, which means that the formula we're going to give our students is area equals length times width. So to find this, we would multiply in this situation 3 times 4. 3 times 4. The students will be able to do quick multiplication to find that equals 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So by demonstrating this to the students, we're able to show that when you multiply length times width, you find the internal area. Along with this, we need students to understand that area, again, is the number of 1x1 squares. So when they're labeling this, they need to be using units squared. We need to teach the students that they're using squared because it's the amount of 1x1 squares that fit in a 2-dimensional figure. In a more complex lesson, we would go into cubes, where this would be a 3D object, but we're going to save that for a different day. Now that the students have an understanding of area, length, and width, and how to find it by multiplying, you would give them a worksheet, such as the worksheet that I have here. This basic worksheet goes over area of each rectangle. It asks them to find the area, so like this one, 5 times 7, they would find 35 and label it as millimeters squared. After giving the students this worksheet, you'll have them complete it in pairs. After finishing, you will get together and grade it as a class. As the wrap up, after this worksheet has been completed and corrected by the students, addressing any common errors that the students may have, we're going to wrap up the lesson by bringing the students back together. So, once completed, remind the students of the problem that the class began with Farmer Dave and his pig and goat pen. Write the example back on the board and ask the students with their new knowledge if they can solve this problem now. They should be able to. 5 times 6 gives them an area of 30 feet squared. That's how big Farmer Dave's pig pen is. So we've just definitely brought that lesson full circle. After we've brought that lesson full circle, we're going to be asking the groups to illustrate how they solved each problem and give a definition in their own words of the 3 concepts that were reviewed at the beginning of the class. So length, width, as well as what area is. On these posters, they're going to have those definitions, as well as creating a story problem of their own. These will be hung throughout the classroom so the students can reference these posters whenever they need to remind themselves on how to find area, and definitely as you move into the area of 3D objects, these will become handy for the students to reference. The follow-up activity is detailed in the written lesson plan.